think we are on. And we can say, hey, yeah, this is only my second live broadcast. I've only done one of these before when I unboxed a load of Rode mics. So you may have seen that on my channel. And that kind of turned into a bit of a Q&A, but today I just want to kind of run through a few sort of thoughts and things that I've got. So if you're aware of the camera industry, we had Photokina this past week, and I think it finishes tomorrow. And there's been quite a lot of tech that's kind of been released that's quite exciting. So I just thought I'd mention a few things that are kind of tickled my fancy a little bit. And then I got some other updates and travel things to talk about as well. Before we head into that though, kind of wanted to speak a little bit about the hyperlapse that I did in my one word brief collaboration. If you've seen that video, you'll know I went through the whole process of kind of creating a hyperlapse and everything, and it was the first time I'd actually created a hyperlapse. Unfortunately, when I actually filmed that vlog, I didn't see the hyperlapse until the very end. Now I'm going to be completely honest here. If you've read my blog, you'll know my thoughts on it. I actually think the hyperlapse kind of failed a bit, really. It was a little bit crap, but I think the one thing that I just wanted to share, and hopefully you guys got that from the video as well, that it was all about sharing the process, and it kind of all worked out quite well in the end. But yeah, so if you've not seen that video, then go and check it out. It would be great to get your thoughts on that. So yeah, Photokina has been happening this past week, and there's a few cameras that have really caught my interest. So number one, this Fujifilm GFX 50S. Now, I've never really gone into medium format or used medium format cameras. However, what I think is really interesting about this camera, if you don't know anything about it, is the sort of development into medium format at lower price points that's just really exciting for the future of cameras, really. Now, obviously, this is a fairly chunky camera. If you've not seen any video reviews on it or anything just yet, then I'd recommend going and having a look at it. Now, I'm really interested by Fuji cameras, and this new camera is pretty sweet. It looks pretty amazing. It's probably not going to be suitable for me for travel-based work. I'd be interested to know what the video is like on it, but just as an idea of medium format kind of becoming more and more affordable, if you compare to, say, the old Hasselblads that were like $25,000, something like that. Fuji are aiming to release this with a viewfinder and I think a lens as well for under $10,000. So it's pretty cool, it's pretty exciting. So yeah, I'd recommend going and checking out that. Other cameras that have been mentioned recently that kind of caught my interest is the Canon EOS M5. Now, I've used the the M2 for a little bit. So Ellie used that and I kind of borrowed it a lot. And I've always wondered if it would be a good camera for vlogging. So kind of interested to know if the M5 would be a suitable camera for vlogging, because it's got a built-in stabilizer. It's pretty small. I don't really want to be vlogging with a DSLR. I like the idea of having a camera to put a separate microphone into it, which is something my G7X doesn't do, which is kind of annoying. So kind of interested in using something like an M5 for vlogging. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. I don't know what you guys think about the cameras in there. A few of you are saying 80D, 60D. So obviously I used to use the 70D, and that was a great camera for doing these types of videos, but I don't know, I don't really want to have the pressure of carrying a big camera if I'm doing a vlog. It just doesn't quite suit my needs, but a smaller camera would be great. I'd love something like the picture quality from the Sony A7R, but a lot of Sony cameras don't have the flip out screen, which is really frustrating. I was kind of hoping maybe the RX100 Mark V would come out, but it hasn't been announced. So yeah, the M5 is pretty cool, except for that silly flip out screen. It flips out underneath. That's the only thing that's holding me back from wanting to get involved with that. So it's kind of a bit of a silly screen. It means that you couldn't put it on a tripod and see yourself, so it'd all just be handheld, and I don't know, it's just the thought that's kind of crossed my mind, really. And then the other amazing bit of tech that's been released this week is the GoPro Karma system. So this is a drone setup, a handheld gimbal setup, and like an all-in-one sort of ecosystem for the GoPro cameras. Again, if you've not seen this, definitely go and check it out. So I really want to get involved with drone footage. I've been waiting and waiting to see how the technology would progress whilst I'm kind of saving up to make sure I can get a decent drone. I've always been interested by DJI and the Phantom 4, I think it is, and the previous ones, Phantom 3 and stuff. But I was always frustrated by the propellers being in a lot of the shots, especially if it's windy conditions. So then that made me look towards the Inspire, which is obviously a much bigger drone, more expensive. So it's nice to see that GoPro have actually put the gimbal out in front of the propellers. So kind of makes it cheaper and a lot better, and it's so much more portable and would be great for travel. So again, just kind of thinking aloud, this is a product that's got me really excited. If anyone else is super excited by the GoPro Karma system, then I'm with you there. It looks pretty sweet. So yeah, those are kind of a few bits of tech that have kind of got me excited this past week. It seems like it's been a while since I've had like some new exciting camera stuff to really get involved with, but generally the industry waits around for big events, and obviously Photokina is one of the biggest ones. So yeah, that's kind of all I really wanted to mention about with Photokina. And then the other thing to mention is I've got some travel coming up which should be quite exciting. We're actually off to Thailand and the Philippines fairly soon, so we're going to be creating a load of content throughout October. The reason we're going to the Philippines is we're going to TBEX, which is a travel blogging conference. So if you guys are involved in travel blogging, maybe some of you guys are also going as well. Yeah, we're going to be heading to that, which is kind of a cool conference to get involved, meet other travel bloggers, and of course get involved with the Philippines as well. I've heard some incredible stuff, and with like 7,000 islands to choose from, there's gonna be some amazing paradise places. So that's gonna be cool. Got some amazing content coming for that, and I'm hoping to be producing a lot of video. So keep your eyes peeled on that. It's gonna be more than just the weekly videos, so watch out for that. And we're also going to Thailand again, just because of the flights and everything, the way that it connected to the Philippines, we had to stop off somewhere. So we've made it that we go to Thailand. Funny story short though, when we changed all our flights to make it cheaper and extended our dates and stuff, somehow we ended up getting cheaper, like much cheaper flights that went to Thailand via the Philippines and whatever. So somehow, I don't know how, we've managed to get 4 of the same flights back and forth. But either way, it'd be cool. So we head to Thailand again and finish off some of my cinematic film for Thailand video, and then Philippines, hopefully do a lot more cinematic stuff there as well. Yeah, I know I get a lot of comments from you guys in the Philippines, so there's definitely a lot of you there. So yeah, that's coming up pretty soon, and plenty of other travel things as well. Something else that is pretty cool. So if you guys have seen my camera bag video, you'll know that I use these little postcards. So whenever I meet people or at networking events or stuff, I use these postcards as sort of like business cards. They proved really popular. The amount of times you hand them out and people are like, oh, that's interesting. That's so much more than just a business card. And obviously with it being bigger is pretty cool. So this was the old one, and I've actually gone and made some new ones that are printed on this really nice premium card and everything. So yeah, looking forward to handing that out. Just a simple little thing. So if you guys ever spot me somewhere, come say hey, and I'm sure I'll have one of these. Also got some Jelly Journey ones as well. So yeah, it should be pretty fun. Yeah, so anyway, I think I better call it a day here, because it looks like we've still got loads of issues with the sound and everything. So sorry it wasn't as long as the other one, but just a general catch up really to say these are my thoughts on some new gear, and look out for that new content because it's going to be pretty exciting. Anyway, thanks for sticking around, guys, and I'm going to catch you in a video probably midweek again. So slightly off schedule on the Saturdays, but it should be worth it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye bye. Alright, let's have a look through these comments. When learning photography, what was the hardest thing for you? What lens would you recommend for a beginner photographer? Do I think Casey Neistat is a good vlogger? Who is my favourite YouTuber? Any tips for starting freelance photography business as a uni student? How do you stay invisible while shooting people? If you want to get better at photography, of course watch. Do I ever worry about theft when I travel? Is the Sony a7R worth the money? Thoughts on the a6300? Do I think the DSLR is a dying breed like most people say? Do I prefer to shoot pictures or films?